Hello everyone. Welcome to Measures of Dispersion and Skewness, Unit 3. Today I'll be discussing about the symmetrical and skewed distribution. Let's understand what do you mean by skewedness of a distribution and how is it different from the symmetrical distribution. The entire thing I have discussed with an example. Suppose I as a teacher, I have taught one subject like statistics and I'm expecting the students to get good marks. Now I have taken a test and this is the mean marks or the average is obtained at 8. Okay. And the students, few of them, they have got like 5, 6, 6.5 and some of them even did very well, like maximum is 12.5. So the minimum is 3.5, maximum is 12.5. I'm assuming some of the students have done very good, some of the students have not done very good, and average is coming as 8. If that is the situation, in that particular situation, the mean will come, the overall distribution of the curve will come as a bell-shaped curve or a normal distribution. Similarly, I can just compare the marks of female and male students, and I have just taken an example. Please don't take it personally. It's just an example that the female, they have achieved the marks between the range of 3.5 till around 10, and the male students, they are from 5 to 12.5. Again, among the male and among the female, the distribution looks like a bell-shaped curve, which is a normal distribution. So this is called symmetrical distribution. Now, for some reason, like some of the students are not attending class regularly, some of them are lazy students, some of them they did not prepare, they did not get a chance to prepare. So what happened? Few students have done extremely good and there are many students who have not done at all good. Then the distribution will come as a skewed distribution. So the graph in that particular situation will come like this. Suppose the marks range again 3.5 till 12.5. Now few of them, most of the students, they did not perform well. So the majority you see here, the mode, most of them, they are in the range of 4.5 to 5. And then this type of distribution will call as a positive distribution, where majority of the student did not perform well. On the other hand, suppose the students, few of them, they are extremely good. They just scored very well, very near to 12.5 or 11.5. Then this distribution will come like this. And this is called as a negative distribution, where majority of the students, they actually did very well. And few of them, they did not do well. Now, why this curve is coming as a skewed or twist curve? Because since few of them did not do well, though majority have done well, the mean will come in this side. That is why probably this is coming as a negative skewness. Now we will take an example how the distribution is different from a skewed distribution and from a symmetrical distribution. I've taken an example where the numbers are given 40, 36, 42, 53, 45, 50, 68, 61, 55. There are 9 marks are given and I have to calculate the coefficient of skewness. Now I'll be using here the Curl-Pearson coefficient of skewness. Curl-Pearson coefficient of skewness formula is mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. Now for this particular situation, if you can see, is here none of the numbers are repeating. Therefore, there will be mode will be here 0. Here is no mode. So for this particular situation, I'll use the formula 3 into mean minus median divided by the standard deviation, which is again Curl-Pearson measures of coefficient of skewness. Now first calculate the value of mean. How do we calculate the value of mean? Mean is equals to, if you see, mean is equals to the total value. So you will add all the values, divide by the number of observation, which is coming as 50. Now we have to calculate the next distribution, which is standard deviation. Standard deviation is square root of d square summation of d square divided by n. Square root of summation of d square means What do you mean by D? D is equals to each value x minus of x bar. First value is 40 minus of 50. And I will square it, the difference, and then we'll add it. So therefore, first value will come negative 10 and I'll square it and I'll add 36 minus 50 will come as 14, negative 14, and I'll square it, it will come 196. Following the same process, we'll find all the square value and add them and then divide by the number of observation, and I have got the standard deviation 9.798. I'm very sure now you are very familiar with the method how to calculate standard deviation. So now once we get the standard deviation and the mean, we'll calculate the next thing, which is the median. Median is equals to, since this is a single series of observation, median is equals to n plus 1 by 12th item. Here there are 9 cases, so 9 plus 1 by 2, which is equals to 10 by 2, which is 5th item. 5th item, we have to arrange the data in the ascending order, and we'll get the 5th item as again 50. Therefore, now we can calculate the skewness is equals to 3 into mean minus median divided by standard deviation, and you will see 3 into 50 minus 50 divided by 9.798, which is coming as 0. Therefore, this particular distribution is actually a symmetrical distribution. There is no skewness. The skewness is coming as 0. In other hand, we can even see that mean and median are falling in the same point. That is what is the meaning of symmetrical distribution. Now let's have a look again in this particular diagram in the left side. The first case is, this is the distribution of data set A. The mean is 2.64, whereas median is 2. Therefore, if we draw just the frequency polygon, it will come like a skewness of that. Whereas the second case, you will see the mean is lower than the median. Mean is lower than the median, so therefore the skewness will come like that. The third one, which is mean and median both are equal to 3, so the distribution will come like that, and that is actually a symmetrical distribution. Now, what is the difference between dispersion and skewness? Actually, skewness also is a kind of measures of spread of the data, or how much is the data is scattered, whereas dispersion also the same thing. But dispersion or variation is concerned about the amount of variation. For example, suppose I'll draw a diagram. This is the dispersion. So data is distributed from here to here like mu plus minus 3 sigma. Once you'll go a little bit advanced level of statistics in distribution, normal distribution, you will see the entire data set will be in between this range, mu plus minus 3 sigma, whereas in reality it will come as mu plus minus 2 sigma, because this is like going to asymptotic curve, and it will be like majority of the data will be mu plus minus 2 sigma. Now, basically, how much is the spread, that is done by dispersion or variation, whereas whether it is positively more concentrated or negatively more concentrated, that is done by the skewness. Therefore, skewness actually depends. Skewness gives the direction of the variation as well as it gives the amount of, it depends on the amount of dispersion. We, as you know, what are the measures of dispersion? The most common measures of dispersion is standard deviation. And in every statistical measurement, we see it's a very commonly used terminology, standard deviation. Rather, any data set, when we talk about mean and standard deviation, is a very common common measurement which we are using frequently. Whereas skewness is not that frequently used. Though in data science, this also has a lot of applications, but compared to skewness, dispersion, whether it is mean deviation, standard deviation, coefficient of standard deviation, CV, these are very, very commonly used. In my next video, I'll be discussing about how to calculate the measures of skewness in detail.